I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Because it's Friday, we ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another review for you guys. I'm here to review one of my favorite comedies, one of my favorite black films of all time, and that of course is Friday, starring Ice Cube and Chris Tucker, directed by F. Gary Gray. This movie came out in 1995. It's written by Ice Cube and DJ Pooh as well. It's actually one of F. Gary Gray's first film, the first film I ever seen that he ever did. And this movie is basically about a life in South Central, in one of the craziest places in LA, in the hood. And it's basically about two guys basically just sitting on the porch, going through a lot of different scenarios, smoking weed, looking at chicks, basically just how life goes in the hood. And just because it's February, it is Black History Month, I will be trying to review try to review as many black films as I can this month. Obviously, with my schedule and working and doing a lot of stuff with my family, it's very hard for me to try to get some of these videos out, so I would try to get as many reviews out as I can. So hope you guys are ready to review. Let's go and get into the review of Friday. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, starting off with the plot. Like I said, it's basically just about two guys named Craig and Smokey. Craig lives at home with his parents. He just lost his job, and Smokey is the neighborhood dealer. Obviously, his name is Smokey. He loves smoking weed. And he basically just go through a whole bunch of scenarios going on within their neighborhood. And going into that, basically, first thing I want to talk about is the directing. F. Gary Gray directed this film, and he does a spectacular job directing this film. He also has a small cameo in this movie as the guy mopping in the store when he's telling Ezell to get up off the floor because Ezell fell, and trying to basically, the special line is, "Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back, I want 150,000. And he's the one that telling him, man, get your butt up there. It ain't even wet over here. That's F. Gary Gray, if you guys didn't know. I absolutely love his direction in this film. I love the way it's shot. I love the color scheme. I love how it feels like it's a 90s hood film made in LA. I love the feeling of this movie. The comedy is spot on. The jokes are spot on. Just love his direction. All right, go ahead and get into the cast. Like I said, it stars Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, John Witherspoon, Tiny Lester, Bernie Mac, Nia Long, Regina King. I can't remember the actress. I'm gonna put it up on the screen, but I can't remember the actress name who plays the mom. She's from the Wayans brothers. But this cast is phenomenal. Obviously, it's a great, gigantic cast of known black actors that obviously this is where they were trying to come up as well. But nowadays, all these actors are well known in the industry, but at this time they weren't really known to be what they are now because of these movies that they started in the 90s, and this is one of them. Like this movie put some of these actors right on the map. For Chris Tucker, Friday was the movie that made everyone see how funny he was, how funny he sounded, his jokes, everything. Smokey, the character of Smokey, is so known in basically in black culture. It's so crazy. I mean, everyone knows this character of Smokey, played by Chris Tucker. Same with Ice Cube as well as playing Craig. I mean, obviously he's played Craig in 2 other movies, but this film right here, I mean, this is quintessential Ice Cube. The way he looks, his stares. I mean, obviously the main line, the "Bye Felicia," like, it's so known and it's stored for us as black people. And that's the one thing you got to give this film credit. This movie is still. It's so rewatchable. This movie is so rewatchable, and I love watching it even today. And I have the director's cut, and they show different scenes in the director's cut as well. They show additional scenes, things we don't really get to see if you have the theatrical version, which I do recommend watching the director's cut. There's certain scenes that they show. It's pretty funny in the director's cut. We see more like things going on within, the intro. They show more in the intro. It's kind of more of introducing all the characters in the intro and stuff like that, and there's scenes like that isn't shown in the theatrical version. The cast for this film is spot on. Ice Cube, like I said, Ice Cube and DJ Pooh wrote this film, and this is one of Ice Cube's first written projects. And at this point in time, he was already known. He's done Boys in the Hood at this time, and I think this was next, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what else he's done in between there, but I know he's done this. I think he might have done Trespass before this, if I'm not mistaken. But at the point of time, Ice Cube was still, he just left NWA, and he was basically, as known as the top rapper that he was. But this movie right here made me look at him like, this guy is a decent actor. He really does do a decent job in this film as well, as well as all the other cast members. John Witherspoon, rest in peace to that guy, has some of the funniest lines in this movie. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator, eating up all the food, all the pig feet, all the collard greens, all the hog maws. I want some of them chitlins. I want pig feet. It's his lines in this movie are so hilarious and spot on. Rest in peace. If they make another Friday, it's not really going to feel the same. If he's not there, it's going to be very sad and very sad. Everyone else is really spot on. Bernie Mac, rest in peace to him as well, has a decent part in this movie as well. He just kind of creeps in and then leaves. You really don't see him that more after that, but it's pretty funny. Like I said, some of the scenarios in this movie are hilarious. Like basically Smokey is working for a guy that's basically another dealer called Big Worm, and Smokey smoked up all his weed. He smoked up all his weed and didn't sell nothing. So basically he owes Big Worm $200 worth of weed, and Smokey told Big Worm that him and Craig smoked up all the weed. So now Big Worm is telling that him and Craig has to come up with $200 by the end of the night, or he's gonna kill him. And just the whole scenario throughout the whole entire day is just focused on them trying to get $200. It's crazy because in the 90s, I guess $200 was a lot of money, because nowadays if you really wanted to get $200, I mean, it don't feel like it'd be that hard to really get $200. I don't know, I work, so I mean, I just had to, but Craig lost his job. And it's crazy because he said he was going to pick up the funny thing that never crazy thing about me in the movie, Craig said he went to go pick up his check. So obviously he got some money. So why was he sitting there scrambling to go grab some money? I never really thought about that till after watching it a couple times. I just love this movie, going through all the different scenarios that they go through in this movie. Like I said, there's a scene where his girlfriend, I forgot the actress who plays her, but she's a decent actress too. But she comes over and basically accuses Craig for doing some other stuff, and he almost gets this close to getting the $200, but Felicia walks up and starts talking to him. Then she gets jealous again and just drives off, and it's just hilarious, certain things like that. I got another scene with Craig talking to on the phone with that girl, is that she's accusing him of going to the movies with a girl, and she literally has a guy laying in the bed with her. It's hilarious when you look at those little minor details. It's just so funny, and things that really goes on in the black community. I'm sorry to say, I don't want to sound racist or anything, but things like that does happen in the black community. It really does. It happens to all races. I sound racist as hell right now. Like I said, I just love the different scenarios they go through in this movie. Like I said, obviously, the one thing I got to talk about is Tiny Lester as Debo. And rest in peace to him too. He did recently just pass away. Rest in peace to you guy as well. And obviously he plays Debo, and I just love the way they make Debo so menacing in this movie, just by when you hear his bike driving up the road and they play like a Jaws-like theme in the movie. It's pretty hilarious. And like when he comes up, everyone knows, get rid of everything that you have. No pagers, no necklaces, nothing. And obviously you got the infamous scene where Red, that's another worker, I guess that works with Craig, is that he literally got knocked out. He literally got knocked out by Debo because he wanted to get his bike back. And that's another line that everyone says. Debo takes Red's chain, and Red gets upset and he runs away, and he basically runs away like a little bitch going to his car. And in his mind, when Smokey says he gonna cry in the car, and he just drives up. And obviously another infamous line what he says in that flashback is, "You got knocked the fuck out." That's one of the most infamous lines in this movie. And obviously towards the end we get into the big confrontation where Debo and Craig fights. And obviously you got a lot of memorable moments in this as well. You got the infamous line where John Witherspoon is telling Ice Cube that, if you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. It has some good lessons, I guess, in this movie as well. Overall, I absolutely love this movie. You guys couldn't tell. Absolutely love this movie. I have really no flaws with this movie. Like I said, there's minor nitpicks, I guess I could say. Obviously, the girl getting upset knowing that the bit dude is in the bed, blah blah. But overall, I absolutely love this movie. I love the acting, the comedy, the way it's filmed. Edgar Gary, to my opinion, did an amazing job directing this movie. This is a very rewatchable film. It's such a quotable film. Obviously, in the black community, if you say a line from Friday, someone's gonna finish the quote for you. They're gonna say another line from the movie. That's just in habit. I love there's a thing saying like, you guys are cool, and you say a line from Friday, it makes you know your friend literally just says another line. That's how you know you guys are boys. You know what I mean? So like I said, overall, absolutely love this movie. If you guys seen Friday, or if you enjoyed Friday, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinion on this movie. Obviously, be friendly in the comments as well. I would love to hear your thoughts on Friday. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please slap that like button. Please subscribe for more. More reviews will be coming in the future. Like I said, it is Black History Month. I will be trying to review as many black films this month as I can, because I feel like no one really talks about some of these movies. So I figured I will do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. Shout out to all my new subscribers. I do appreciate you guys. And I'm Witherspoon, you guys. Peace.